Very good. How you doing?
Good. So you guys do mobile security for the iPhone,
Yes, we do.
and one of the big things that we are always hearing about now that people are concerned with is the rogue apps on the app stores. And it's not just Apple, as we know, it's been Google as well. But just recently, there was actually a rogue app found on Apple's App Store. It's kind of a tongue twister, isn't it? Can you kind of tell us what that one was trying to do and how it was trying to do it?
Sure. So basically, the way this app was working was it was going out and exploiting a utility Apple actually developed for the enterprise. And this utility is called the Enterprise Config Utility, ironically enough, to push down configurations to thousands of phones. So that if you're an enterprise, it makes it a lot easier to set up a phone. Well, this application had some hidden code in it that wasn't vetted during the review process, which is fairly easy to do as a developer. You can have code that is just hidden and time-bombed and turns on at a later date. And since Apple doesn't actually have your source code to review it, it's easy enough as a malicious programmer to do something like that. So then what this application would do when you ran it would take you to a site and actually ask you to install this profile file. And when you did that, it essentially hijacked your telephone. And it sent all your traffic, all your communications, everything over these malicious servers.
So, I mean, it's scary because we hear that iPhones are secure because only approved apps are allowed to run on them. And, I mean, what do you think? Do you think that they are really more secure because of that? Or, as we've seen here, a malicious app can make its way into the App Store, so it's not really more secure?
Well, any security guy, of course, will tell you there's no perfect security. That's a given. And to be fair, Apple is more secure than an open source system like Android, where a developer has complete access to all the key configuration files. Where Apple, to use the terminology that they use, your application can only run in a set sandbox, and you're not allowed to access files outside of those sandboxes.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point of view, in theory, it's more secure. However, like anything else, there's always exploits. So in a case of a Google Android phone, you can put out an exploit much faster and it's much easier to take care of it, where Apple, though, is definitely not exploit free, despite what Apple may like you to believe.
Right, right. All right. Well, so talk about some other threats besides these App Store threats, like when somebody's just browsing the web on their iPhone. What could happen?
Sure. Well, actually, it's kind of funny that it hasn't been really documented in the press as of today yet, but that exact same threat that is hidden within the application can easily be done by a malicious link. So a user can receive an email with a malicious link in it, click on it, and then that link will actually take you to the same exact kind of page which will install the profile file. So the user really needs awareness that this profile screen exists. Most users have never seen it. There's never any reason to actually seen it. And if it's done in a classic phishing kind of way to present itself as Bank of America or some other trusted banking organization, it's easy enough to believe it's legitimate, and the user will just click on install, not realizing they're giving over complete control of their phone to some malicious programmer.
So the technique used in this malicious app that was recently revealed through various reports, it can actually be done through email as well?
Absolutely. Through a link in email.
So it doesn't even have to be the malicious app?
Nope.
Wow. All right, so then you said user education is important. Is that the biggest thing for enterprises to do right now as far as protecting themselves from the threats that may come about because of their users' mobile phones?
Absolutely, especially in this particular exploit, which is an exploit that unfortunately will continue to exist because it's a necessary utility for enterprises to be able to pre-configure iPhones for their users. So in order for that, the best defense is showing a user that if this screen ever comes up, you must hit cancel, that clearly you're on a site that doesn't belong.
Right. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. And thanks to you for watching. Have a great day.